Hello once again dudes, my name is Emil and welcome to another JavaScript tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be working with if, else, if statement. So let's get started. So let's go ahead and build a function real quick. I'm gonna show test proper name and open it, end it, and before we can get started I want to call it right away cause I often forget it. Alright, there we go. So what we would like to do, I'm gonna add a variable first of like what should create? We should actually create text first, cause that's the easiest one to work with, and then I'll be trying numbers later. So I'm gonna make one called variable of mood. I'm gonna set this equals to happy, so it's storing the information of happy in the variable of mood. Alright, so this is just basically telling that my mood is happy. So what we need to do now, I'll go ahead and create and give JavaScript a test, and then I'm gonna be like, alright JavaScript, if this test passes, if it's succeed, if it's correct, then do something. So what it basically does is, it makes a lot of sense actually, type an if. So this like let me explain this to you. It's saying if, that's like saying that's the beginning basically of the test. It's saying, alright, so we're going to be testing for something, and inside here you type in what it is it's testing for, and down below here you type in instructions you should do if it passes the test. So let's say the mood is equals to happy, right? What's here? Go ahead and type in an instruction. I'm just gonna use document write. Type in I'm happy, and let's go ahead and save it and run it in Google Chrome. You can see it now prints I'm happy. So that works pretty well, but what if we're not happy? What if we go ahead and change this variable to sad? If you go ahead and run it now, nothing will happen because it doesn't have an instruction of doing anything else. So that's where the else if statement comes in. So go ahead and type in else if. So this thing saying like, alright, it's basically the same thing as up here, but it's just saying, alright, if this test fails, then go and try for another one. I'm gonna be like, if the mood is equals to and remember, 2 equal sign, 1 is not good enough, because that's what you need use to create every variables and stuff like that. So 2 equal sign, and type in like sad, and then give it an instruction of document write, and you can type anything like there. I'm sad, and let's go ahead and run it and see what we get. It's saying I'm sad, so the else if statement works as well. But what, and you can add as many of those else if statements as you like, by the way. I'm just gonna add some more. I'm gonna set equals to lol, and just being like if the mood is equals to lol, right? Give an instruction like we did before of I'm lulled, right? So if we go ahead and say this and run it, let's say I'm lulled. But there's another thing. What if not with all these fails test or test fails? What if none of these works? It's gotta have something default to say. It's gotta have something to say, like if we should change this to I'm in no mood. Like if we run it now, it doesn't print out anything. But we don't have time for going ahead and make else if statements for everything in the world. So what we'll need to do is, like, when the user prints out some when the variable is not equals to it, we're just like telling JavaScript, well, if none of these tests are real, then it's going to have some default to say. I'm just gonna be like variable does not exist in our database. Just sounds professional. So let's go ahead and run this now. There it is. You can see the variable does not exist in our database because we didn't make in a variable for that. So I can go ahead and make another one called joking, and again add a and then I'd like to move it over here. Else, of course, I like to keep order on it, and mood equals to, this is going to be the last examples, joking. it's going to be like I'm joking. Alright, so if we so this basically is a very functionally fully functional JavaScript script sorry, code. So if we go ahead and run this in Chrome again, it will say I'm joking. And of course, if we don't have anything inside this variable at all, it's going to be fine with JavaScript. It's just saying I'm joking for some reason. It should be saying, well, doesn't really matter. What really matters is that if all these tests fail, it's going to have something default to say. So if you type in wood, it's still saying I'm joking for some reason. Let's see what I did wrong. I don't know what. It just worked. I'm probably going to see what I did wrong here. Yada yada yada. I made some mistake with this one. So it's better to just remove it, cause I don't have time to find out what it is right now. I'm just gonna make this tutorial. So if we say like wood, it's still going to print out variable does not exist in our database. I made some mistake with that lol else if statement. Don't know what it was, but as I told you, can add infinitely of these else if statements, but you gotta start with the if and close down with the else. That's basically just having something false to do. So basically that's it for this tutorial, guys. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.